November 7th, I see black man cry. No blood still running from black people's eye. But I remember when a sunrise, African rise. And I beg black man, please open your eyes. While I was singing and busting me liver string, black man asking me where Atlantic play. Then they put their 14 finger on the shelf. So today, black man, you must blame yourself. Cause when I sing, they never listen where Coco say. Black man's mentality gone Spectrum and PSA. Big lyrics I sing in, they wouldn't listen to me. Black man telling black man, oh black man, come out to party. I remember when I sing Sham, we don't want it. They say black brothers say Coco, you singing shit. So they say through my fault while you strike your heart. Black man, all you look for that. I want a white black man, always contact kickstart. Black man, all you look for that.
By the musical rendition alone, you can tell what evening I'm about to have. Pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Royalty James Class and Session Evening.
As for interfering, black man, all you still go and vote for him. Black man, how on earth you could condone this? Your daughter might have to work in this man's office. Then imagine this sex silver-headed pest. 12 fingers under your daughter's dress. Me a saying that Patrick should have win, sir. But even Jim Baker would have been better. All them women who went begging the other day about this Mr. Way, all you have to say concerning this thing, all you're silent and talking peace. So the office girls must be at the mercy of this beast. He was charged, so whether it is false or true, I'm concerned because I have a daughter too. I'm talking from my heart, I'm telling you.
Black man, all you look for that.
You know black man always want that kickstart.
Black man, all you look for that. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the persons that are on my Facebook page, the persons that are on my YouTube page. It is that kind of evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are you actually seeing me, ladies and gentlemen? Are you seeing me? I don't know. I'm looking at my screen and I don't know if
Tobago, I was really annoyed with you, but I realized all you gets too. Who would have believed both of them with that side with Panday and give away Tobago's best holiday? Them two go and sit down on the wrong table and then look for the best for the old Tobago people. But all you cannot quarrel, all you cannot fret. That's where you ask for, that is where you get. We still love Nelson and Calypso Rose. The world know we honestly recognize those. Dwight Young, a great footballer with Aston Villa. We always show love and respect to that fella. But all you smile when Robbie married to Pandey. I hope all you understand where Satmarat say. If he thought I marry a black man, he drop ship black. Tobago, all you look for that. Mighty Masquerade done and Ricky Jai start. Tobago, all you look for that.
Somebody said it for me. Grenadians, all you look for that. Good afternoon again. It is the 23rd day of August. It is approximately 6 minutes past the hour of 6. Go ahead right now, share the live. Let them know that class is in session.
Remember slavery on the plantation. Master used to use a black man to be black man. So when I hear something, I got a pain. I say, oh God, black man go beat black man again. Cause black man give black man soup, but black man want harm. Black man intention is to pressure his own black man. He give them soup, they say he treat them like an outcast. So now black man takes more care. At Robinson on behalf of the African, with 2 seats pressed, you had the ball in your hand. I spoke to Leroy Clark and Capra Cambon, and up to now them can't understand where went on. You went and was knighted up in Africa, but to your black brother you prove a traitor. If Abu Bakr return and the shooting start, Atta, all you look for that. And if your daughter should cross the big man's path, Atta, all you look for that. Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we were thrilled this evening to start the program with the voice of Weston Rollins, the crew. So we have started an evening with one of our stalwarts of Calypsonian throughout the region. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today again to converse, to have a conversation, and to ensure that the information that I want to disseminate gets across to the people that I want to get across to. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start off the bat. I'm starting off the bat today, ladies and gentlemen. Our end come to stick. Right now, I'm playing 2020 because right now, I'm coming, listen to me, 6 runs, 3 more balls to bowl. 6 runs, 3 more balls to bowl. I have to come in fiery. You understand me? I want to come in real fiery from the beginning. Now, when I was preparing my program for this evening, during the same time I'm in preparation, somebody sent me some information and they were like, watch this. But however, it came across in a manner in which I can't open it. So I went on Facebook and I attempted to open it and I was not getting through. Right? Now, later on, in the process of preparing, I again got that same link and somebody said to me, look at what is happening right now on Facebook. It was a Facebook Live by the Minister of Misinformation and Tactics. Oh, that's not his role. What is it? Somebody give it from me because I can't remember what it is. But I know it's something to do with MIT. Isn't it not Misinformation and Tactics? I think that's the rule. But anyways, they said to me, this is the particular minister speaking. And so I said, you know what? Let me give a lending air. And I had a nice structured, you understand me? I had a nice structured program for today because I said I wanted to start certain places and gradually grow to the conversation that I wanted to have today. But then I heard the information that was being disseminated by the Minister of Misinformation and Tactics. And I am appalled. For those of you all who didn't get a chance to listen to it, I just took a little piece out of it, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to him. Listen.
I'm seeing the NMP putting out some statements, trying to mislead the people of Greater Carriacou and PD Martinique. I'm saying, guys, stay focused. There's no laws that we intend to change. We do not intend to change any curriculum in the school. That is a lie. And if you don't believe me, listen. You cannot beat time. Time will tell. Let me repeat it. We do not intend to change any laws or any curriculum in the school. That is a lie. All these people are doing, they are just sitting down behind a desk or whatever it is, trying to come up with all kind of propaganda to discredit the government. And they are playing on your mind. They are playing on your mind. And if they find it start to take traction, then they will jump on it. Guys, stay focused. This crap about we trying to change curriculum and trying to change laws is false. And I'm seeing the NMP.
And I want to get to that point.
I'm seeing the NMP.
Pause, hold on. Listen what he's saying here.
I'm seeing the NMP.
No, listen to me. No.
GBN was informed that government plans to push a new health and family life education curriculum from September.
No, let's backtrack because I don't know how I like to break down with it. No, this is a GBN excerpt, right? Let's take from the starting.
GBN was informed that government plans to push a new health and family life education.
No, answer my question. Where there did you hear GBN said that NNP admin or NNP consultants or the political leader of the new National Party is. Again, listen the words from GBN.
GBN was informed that government plans to push a new health and family life education curriculum from September that caters for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community. GBN reached out to President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, who said his union and the teachers they represent will in no way agree to reach any form of the LGBTQ curriculum in schools across the island. While there's been no official talks with the government or officials from the Ministry of Education on this topic, Bartholomew said the teachers have brought to his attention plans to include this form of education in schools.
No, let us backtrack that piece alone. Let us backtrack that piece alone. Let us play this piece right here.
This form of education in schools. He claimed that this information was disclosed to teachers.
No, this information was disclosed to teachers. Take that part.
During a recent workshop.
I've been hearing talk about it with other teachers.
Was disclosed to teachers during a recent workshop.
I've been hearing talk about it with other teachers. I heard that there was a workshop in Grenada with the CTF.
No, the CTF. No, there was a workshop with the CTF, not with the new National Party. There was not a meeting held or a program or a workshop held with the new National Party. You understand me? At no point in time there, since we have heard the excerpts, that they mentioning the new National Party. Right, go on.
CTF and other persons, and what would have happened, teachers would have listened to that and hear something about the same issue or topic that you were talking about through discussion and presentation. And based on discussions or what I heard with some teachers, what they expressed, they were really, really mad. And I think that teachers, what you're hearing there, that is not our lifestyle and such, and is a bit strange and unfortunate, and teachers did really speak out about it. So
No, my question is to the Minister of Misinformation and Tactics. Were there in this excerpt thus far, and I'm almost sorry, within 1 minute and 24 minutes, 1 minute and 24 seconds, within that excerpt, I kind of hot, so I kind of saying all kind of thing fast to it. Now, where there did anybody, whether or not it's the anchor from GBN, the host in which they're speaking to, as it relates to the allegations, where there was the new National Party mentioned? Where there was the new National Party mentioned? No, you see, I just want to not get disrespectful. But you see, when dotishness reached to a level, and it reached to a level where you cannot even understand the level of dotishness you're speaking, it brings me to a level where me myself just cannot dotish. You understand me? You are the one misleading people, because you are saying that this is excerpts or information spread by the new National Party.
Putting up, I'm seeing the NMP.
I mean, how much more illiterate can you be in terms of wanting to disseminate information? You have go on the NNP, the new National Party page. Go on the new National Party page right now. Anybody right now, just go right now and type in the new National Party. Just go and we're going together. NNP Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Go on the official page. The very first thing you see is saying happy birthday to Miss Emmeline Pierre. Right? Rumors as it relates to the alleged health and so on. Where? And listen to the words that have been used. Rumors. Rumors are swirling. Go on it. Where did the NNP make that an issue? When did the NNP send that out? This what I'm reading is 10 hours ago. This is the information that was sent out by GBN since last week. This is information from the GBN since last week. So when did the NNP make this a conversation? On the NNP's page, it was disseminated 10 hours ago. And if I must read, it says, rumors are swirling about alleged changes to our health and family life education curriculum? Where is our government's voice amidst these whispers? Right? The silence from the Minister of Education is both baffling and concerning. The Grenada Union of Teachers is seeking clarity, as should every concerned Grenadian. If these changes are mere speculations, why the lack of transparency? And if they are needing factual, where is the communication? This is the New National Party in the same vein that all of us are in. All of us are in the same boat. We are hearing allegations and we're seeking clarity. We want to hear whether or not it is true or not. The New National Party urges our government to step forward, right, and shed light on this matter. The people deserve clear, immediate answers. Grenadians, raise your voice until they are heard. Now, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, as I tell all you, I just get hot when I hear stupidness. I don't like stupidness. I don't like stupidness because you saying that the NNP he has disseminated this information. The NNP cannot disseminate this information when 10 hours ago it was posted on their page. And this is excerpts from since last week's GBN broadcasting. So how it is that is the NNP that is bringing it out? Last week when GBN brought it out, you didn't address it, right? When Mr. Jude spoke about it, you didn't address it. But now the NNP put it on their page as a cause of concern, and all of a sudden the NNP put it out. How much more dotish can you be? Because at the end of the day, it seems as if you are the one trying to mislead. Because the NNP never made this public. Never. The GBN made it viewed last week. It was the GBN who brought it out. They interviewed Mr. Jude Bartholomew, who is the person in charge. So my question is, why it wasn't addressed last week when Mr. Jude spoke about it, or GBN? But no, it is on the NNP page now, so you want to jump on the NNP bandwagon. Come. I know sometime in the words of Sister Michelle Obama, she says sometimes when they go low, you have to go high. But listen to me today, I go in real low. I go in real low. Because you see, at the end of the day, when you put people in position that is expected to give you answers, when you hear, before every little rumor, I don't want Kid Michelle answer. The gentleman had issues home with his wife, and all he was asking him questions in press conferences. So if you're hearing an allegation, it is the expectation of government to bring clarity to the issue. This is what governance is about. So you can come and tell me why it is being rumored. Yeah, today are low like a hump in the road, a real low, and like a pedestrian sign. Because you all are just illiterate when it comes to these sort of things. At the end of the day, there are things that I keep speaking. You speak about it. I remember very young hearing about politics in Grenada and being a part of politics in Grenada. When they spoke about the first gay boat coming to Grenada, was a big uproar. Yesterday I brought to light when bill number 6 wasn't even passed. Was a conversation, and Claudia Joseph beat up on it. When there was in 2020, when there was information being disseminated that government wanting to implement that officers can go into your house and take out persons that might have COVID, it was something that you all wanted government to address. So you can come as a minister of government and saying that the government, or NNP, is sending out bad information. 2 relevant sources made it public. 2 relevant sources. GBN, Jude Bartholomew. So are you going to say the teachers made it public? Because they said they heard it in a workshop. How much more dotish can you be? As I said, does not want to go that low with them. But you see, when you reach to the point of wanting to blame somebody for something, Mr. Jude Bartholomew said that teachers spoke to him that it was mentioned in a workshop. And they themselves clamored against it. That is his words. It's not Dr. Mitchell's word or the NNP word. Jude Bartholomew mentioned it. When you all sat Mayday and clapping him for what he was saying, you forget that. He said it. The NNP didn't say it. The NNP didn't say it at all. NNP didn't say anything. Or the NNP is not making anything public. GBN News. GBN News is the one who made it public last week that there is, and I want to play it again. That is all you know others role on facts and information.
GBN was informed that government plans to push a new health and family life education curriculum from September that caters for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer community. GBN reached out to President of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, who said his union and the teachers they represent will in no way agree to reach any form of the LGBTQ curriculum in schools across the island. While there's been no official talks with the government or officials from the Ministry of Education on this topic, Bartholomew said the teachers have brought to his attention plans to include this form of education in schools. He claimed that this information was disclosed to teachers during a recent workshop.
Where there was the new national party mentioned. The disclosed of information that was given to Mr. Jude Bartholomew was given to him by teachers from a workshop. They mentioned that it was brought to their attention that it is a conversation in which they want to make public. And teachers who was at the workshop mentioned that they kick against it. Well, how NNP reaching that? How it reached to the point that the words that are being uttered by this gentleman is this.
I'm seeing the NNP putting out some statements, trying to mislead the people of Grenada.
How is the NNP? How the NNP reach that the NNP is trying to mislead? What is the NNP doing that I am not doing and other persons are not doing? The allegation was made public. They said this is what they're hearing. They said this is what they're hearing. Right? And so as a government, the expectation from any of our administration is to say, listen to me, let me find out if this is true. No, the most solidified thing about this right here is that teachers from a workshop said it was mentioned. Mr. Jude Bartholomew, if I am lying after him. He said that teachers who attended a workshop mentioned that it was part of the workshop and it was mentioned. This is what was said, not by the NNP. And there are other persons, parents and so on, that are asking whether or not is this true? Whether or not this is factual. It is good that you brought light to it that government is not or does not have any intention to do so. That is all you had to do. But why try to point the blame about NNP bring out anything? This was a news outlet, outlet from since last week. Since last week they brought that out. Mr. Bartholomew spoke about it. Other persons on Facebook and other social media and in the public having conversations about it. So it's not just the NNP. So because they're a political organization and they mention it, you're on the back that them that bringing it out. This statement is being brought out by them because of conversations. And so people in the same breath would want to know from government whether or not this allegation is true. That is it. That is simple. And you can, and you see, the thing about it, and as I always continue to speak on this, you see, they say so low-key and low-goat that he go live while not in Grenada and doing a live and addressing an issue of that nature. We don't need to hear you. It is conversation not even involving your ministry. But somebody say maybe you're looking for fame. This is not the official manner to address such an issue. There are press conferences. Or we expect maybe on the government or the Ministry of Education page that the minister come out and say something. But you're so fast. You want to be a part of everything. But everything doesn't want to be a part of you. You have to know your bookings. As far as it stands, you're just a floor member within the National Democratic Congress. You have an issue of that nature and the NNP makes a statement and you believe the NNP should not make a statement. GBN put it up. GBN put it up. Mr. Jude Bartholomew spoke about it. So how it is the NNP that said it? No, Mr. Andy Williams. The NNP didn't say anything. The NNP didn't say anything. The GBN spoke about it. The GBN spoke about it. Jude Bartholomew mentioned about it. He said that the teachers came from a workshop and so this was a discussion within the workshop. NNPC. The NNPC. You understand me? Somebody saying, if he's in charge. And you see, you have no protocol to the issue. It is an issue concerning state business. Right? And listen to me, I see somebody say yellow, and all I want to address them. Leave them. I tell you already, when they come, you leave them. If they're not giving any factual information to the conversation, then you just leave them. I see them in this statement. I see it. Yellow, fine. But you see, when you have people like that sharing information of that nature, and yesterday the word of the day was controversy. You have a conversation of that nature. There is a conversation and it goes further. You know why it went further? You understand me? Somebody saying, but you got to understand GBN is not a political party. NNP is. This is politics, brother. But at the end of the day, brother, all I'm saying is this. You can't make it public that the NNP made this public. No. The NNP posting happened 10 hours ago. Che, the NNP posting as it relates to the allegations were posted 10 hours ago. The GBN clip I played right there was played since last week. Or not last week, even before the carnival. Was it? I'm subjected to correction. But I think this is something that happened since before the carnival. And Mr. Jude Bartholomew, the union leader, mentioned that there were teachers who came from a workshop and said there was a conversation in that light within the workshop. Right? So we have, first and foremost, we had the GBN making it public. Then speaking to the leader of the union, he's saying that there are teachers that are involved who said they were part of a workshop in which he was mentioned. No, you did not address neither one of the other entities. You addressed neither one of the other entities, but you jump on the back of the New National Party. Because why? Because of politics? You're going to play politics for everything? The NNP is not the only one needing answers. The NNP use it the forum. Brother Mosquito, man, you go sidetrack me, but you say a lot of envelopes was disseminated today. Yeah, because I understand the post office, and you see, that was telling me program was so set for today. My program was so set for today, and then they brought me to the attention of Andy Williams. No, let me say this publicly.
I'm saying, guys, stay focused.
Let me say this publicly, and all you know me, I don't shade anything, right? Andy Williams could be an excellent politician. He has what it takes to be a politician. And you see, we will talk and we will speak on the manner in which he speaks. Fine, no problem. But Andy Williams is one of the persons that can be an excellent politician. You understand me? But you see, when you start mixing your politics with simple mere wanting to believe that you know everything, and nobody knows everything, brother. You have to know what falls within your scope. You understand me? You have to understand what falls within your scope. You're doing an excellent job thus far. And I'm going to be open about this. There are things in which that you're doing as a flow member. And I'm saying flow member because there is nothing that brings an economic drive to what you're doing. Right? But however, you're one of the persons who are more so on the ground. And which is a very good step as a politician. Because people like to be interactive. Caribbean politics is fueled by persons seeing the politicians. And you've been doing an excellent job in terms of that. But you see, anytime you join the dotish bandwagon to want to play politics with Grenadians, you're going to be called out on. I am going to be one of the persons that are going to call you out. But at the same time, I always, from time to time, I would give you a feather in your cap on little things that I see you do. The beautification projects that you've been doing is an excellent way to start. But it's a far way from where we want to go. But you see, when you start doing this kind of thing and following the dotish bandwagon, I'm going to call you out, brother. I'm going to call you out. You understand me? Because, I mean, we have to give him his kudos. Because during the Prime Minister's year of address, that was the only name mentioned. So we have to say, it seems like he's the only one getting something done. But you see, then again, he's the only minister or parliamentary rep with the privilege to have the Prime Minister living within his constituency. So that could be another feather in the cap or the reason why. You understand? You understand me? And somebody's saying it. Don't allow this thing to go to your head. You're a young politician, and there is excellent things that I've seen you. You're getting interactive. You're getting interactive, and that in itself is a step in the right direction, brother. But you're letting this thing go to your head. You're letting this thing go to your head. At this stage, campaign done. Your purpose and role as a Grenadian and the expectation from Grenadians at this stage is for you to govern and govern most profoundly. But you see, when you start playing politics like the others, hey, brother, you're going to be stepped on like the mat in front of the door. You don't make this statement public. You allow the person or persons responsible to address it. And it doesn't have to take a long address, you know. It doesn't have to take a 15 hours or 15 minutes address. It is an allegation, and so government would have heard it, and so the Ministry of Education wants to make it most public that, hey, you understand me? It is not so, right? It might have been brought up because the thing about it, there is facts to the conversation. There is facts to the conversation. There are teachers who are mentioning that, hey, at the workshop, this was mentioned. So there is facts to the conversation. The teachers who were at the workshop would have mentioned that it was a conversation. So there are facts to the conversation. Ain't nobody lying on nobody here. But all we're asking is that some light be shed. You understand me? Because it was a conversation. Why was the conversation mentioned? What was mentioned in the conversation? Find out from the persons, hey, what's the situation? We here in a workshop that was mentioned. What was the purpose of it being mentioned? And then you come and you say the NNP put out a statement, but the GBN did put out a statement. Jude Bartholomew did put out a statement. And then we have the English, and then again, the English literature Facebook parent. Because you want to know that starts a program that he does, and he's about subject-verb agreement. Listening to the live, he can't even pronounce curriculum. But you know, we have a Facebook English literature and language teacher. I hope he heard him, and he starts correcting him and the manner in which he deliberates his speech. Because we realize that he fumbles when he speaks. Because it seems like, I remember the last time there was on Mosquito Man back about subject-verb agreement. And nobody can join subject-verb agreement, but the Minister of Government doing a live and can pronounce the word curriculum properly. At the end of the day, as I said, with the words of Miss Michelle Obama, when they go low, you go high. I can't do that today. I'm whining low like a basin tray today because I can't take shopping for too long. You understand me? Can't take shopping for too long. You understand me? But anyway, we're gonna move on. I know, as I tell you, I came today and I'm telling you, it was really, when I heard it this morning. Somebody's trying to reach me via some messages though. Somebody trying to message me. Me seeing the London. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so that is it. Yeah. We lowing today. We like Talpri law. You understand me? There are issues to be addressed, and sticking to the Ministry of Education. You see, and I continue to say, people, I continue to say this. I don't know if Grenadians get afraid. Are they scared? I am not scared and not afraid. What is the conversation with the school vouchers? I remember last year, number seven came on the national television and said there was a better system in the voucher distribution, and they have now, brought it to technology and so on. I don't know who is number 7 from March Granite, Calypsonian, when he was spoken to about voucher and voucher distributions and how did they, new technology and so on and so forth. What is going on? You're going on the Ministry of Education page. Nothing about you. The voucher distribution is a secret. Has the voucher distribution in Grenada for our children become a secret? No, I don't have to get. I don't have to get. Right? At this stage, after today, I believe my son and my daughter is just missing maybe one book. Right? So I know they don't have to get, they're not part of the voucher. But there are other persons who have to be a part of it. What is the situation with the school vouchers? When will it be distributed? We're heading with just 1 week and a few days before the reopening of school. What is the conversation? Somebody's saying, and you see, that's what I like. I like my students. So let me see. The principal of the school do the picking. So the principals of the school do the picking. So are they still picking? That is my question. Now, listen to me. I have gone past the stage of asking who go get it. Because, let me give an advice to us, these nice people, the new National Party people. You see them people and them thing, don't beat up on yourself. If you look at a like a blind, check all yourself in, take your voucher, buy it, and mind you, as you get the voucher, if you get it in tongue by Escuma, just walk inside the Escuma and go and use the people voucher. Because if they pass back on the list and they realize you is an NNP, the voucher might go missing. So, as you get the voucher, please use it. But rightfully, your name not supposed to be there. So if you get a little blind, if I look at a little blind, already said people are there, get a little blind, and people think, eat your food, wipe your mouth, and wash the wares. Don't leave. I want to read what Mosquito Man would have just said. Ron, why did the lady who's 58 years was given a letter of dismissal? Letter says that she's 60 years. Mosquito Man, you're tired of the thing I get. I got an information today while traveling on my way to St. George's from St. Andrews, and I said let me go in depth with it. But if Mosquito Man, if you can get information on it and speak on it, I was wanting to do my own little investigation for more reasons than one. But I understand that today the Grenada Postal Corporation went to the Botanical Gardens. I understand that the Grenada Postal Corporation was in the Botanical Gardens today, and envelope was so. When fellas get envelope, they thought it was back pay. But it's not back pay, it means go away. So we are hearing these conversations. Now, even the free school book program, even the free school book, what is it? What is going on? Isn't there not an utter silence about those things, ladies and gentlemen? Let us be realistic. There was a time when I am on, listen to me, I'm on 3 group chats. My daughter is part of Red Cross, my son's school, secondary school, my daughter's school. I'm on 3 group chats. And on neither one of them, I have heard any conversation about vouchers and about free school book program. What is happening? What is happening? Is it being done privately? As somebody just mentioned, they stated that it is being done by the principals. Fine. I am not concerned as to who's doing the picking. My question is, have the distribution started? Have persons start benefiting from the distribution? That's my concern. I'm not concerned about who get and who do, because you know who getting from who do getting. You know who get it. As I said, me people and them, me people, me and me people. If all you get a liquor blight, take it, wash your mouth, wash your waist, turn it down there. You understand me? It means you are eating in a styrofoam. So when I'm done, I could throw the waste. Because your name not supposed to be there. So if you get a liquor blight, take it and wash your mouth. You understand me? So at the end of the day, people, on a serious note, I always say to myself, we have always been on the backs of the past administration on things. This is a customary thing, ladies and gentlemen. You sometimes you watch me. GBN had a field day. I find the GBN had more news during the past administration time. I mean, somebody agree or disagree with me. I believe they had more news. I believe they had more things to talk about, right? And I mean, I don't know if GBN spoke about it, because I have not heard anything about the free school books program. I don't know. I don't know if anybody. I don't know if I just be on the wrong page. I don't know if I don't follow in the right set of people. Somebody saying they say that the children not bringing back the books. Okay, they say them children not bringing back the books, right? The handout is only for the supporters. No, oh my God, sorry. The word I was going to say, like, God say, listen to me, don't say that. No, the fact of the matter is, the government's position on the free school book issue have always been a situation whereby the children bring back the book in a good condition or whatever it might be. No, but if there is a minimal amount of books to go around, I mean, I don't know, in my opinion, I believe government should have at least tried to maybe source some new books. I mean, the fact of the matter is we're dealing with children. We're not expecting books to last 15 years. Let's be honest. We expect, since it was implemented in 2008 or so on, when the NDC took office, you expect to still have books going around. Like NNP came back in 2013 and it was there again. Somebody saying the rule is if you return books and even one missing, you're not going to get. What? Once you're missing, you're not getting until you return the missing book. So a lot of people was turned down. The school book program is still in some schools. All right. So we're hearing that it is still in some schools, which is, again, a call for concern. Which schools? And if it is in some schools, I want to believe that mean that, some schools are not in the possession of some books. Right? But however, the persons who are still benefiting from them, I want you to continue, and I would implore that if you get the books from government, please keep the books in good condition. Keep the books in good condition. I've always tried not to be a part of that program. even in the past administration time and even now. Because I always believe that the free school book program should really have gone to the persons who are really in a position, to really get it. So I never really put myself up for it, right? However, I'm just saying that if the program is still going on and one of the issue is that parents are not returning the books, please make it a special effort in going forward, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that the government's property is returned and returned in good condition. I mean, I don't know me. I don't care which. Everything for me is not party and politics. But if that is a cause of concern, remember, it is government expenditure to to purchase those books. So right, if you don't bring them back, it really would daunt the ability for government to continue to be spending and spending and spending of that nature. And so it would be advisable that once you get the free school books, it be returned. All right. So that was the Ministry of Education. I want to end this evening on a particular ministry. And again, ladies and gentlemen, our focus in Grenada as to the past in terms of politics have really changed. I must say this. I must say this. And we have gone to the blaming aspect of everything. Now, I want you in your own time as my students for your homework, or you can do it now for those of us who have access to both devices. Type in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Go onto their page. You do so now. Take your time and go onto the Ministry of Health. I have two devices, so I would for those of us who are here, you're right. You see, I saw a question going on the page as I type BT pop-up. Right? Now go onto the page and go look through yourself. Look through the Ministry of Health page. Just take a look at it. It starts with how to reduce your risk to stroke. And let us be realistic. The information being disseminated is relevant. Huh? We can run from that. Then you see we go on to the ministry would have visited the National Stadium where the Sanders is presently giving persons free dental care. Nothing to do with the ministry. Then imagine on the Ministry of Health and Wellness page, the National Disaster Management, NADMA, they made a release on the ministry's page. Then we have a press conference that was held a few days ago. That press conference was on the Dental Association. That is the same thing that happened at the National Stadium. Then we move on to, what is it? Less than a week ago, the Hospital Service Division of the Ministry of Health and Wellness and Religious Affairs commissioned the staff lounge. Right? So the intent there was to simply look on the benefits of the staff. And we can go on and on and on. And then we see I set a picture, carnival thing, picture. No, believe it or not, if NNP brought the Ministry of Health or Health in Grenada to below 45, I am at the position now where I believe the present Minister of Health is trying his very best to bring it under 10. When you go on to Facebook and you listen to most of the complaints and what the complaints are surrounding, it is always something to do with some health experience. And with nurses recently receiving $500 for the year, and with an improved hospital that was left for you all to conduct proper business, it saddens me, ladies and gentlemen, to hear the continuous complaints that are coming out from different places in Grenada when it comes to our health. I am not one jumping up and, oh, you don't have basic items in the hospital. I am not that. I am not that. That papi show. We have always heard this kind of talk of them. But the manner in which you expect this present health minister to be giving relevant information, he is attempting to win Miss Photogenic for the year. Because all his intentions are to just be in front of the camera. Imagine the dental thing that takes place at the at the National Stadium. Pass. There is more than 50-something pictures taken at that event. Not an initiative from the government, you know. Not an initiative from the government, you know. The Minister of Religious, Senator Jonathan Aker, visited National Stadium, right? Where scores of Grenadians were gathered to take the advantage of great shape, right? In cooperation, Sanders Foundation, in collaboration with Sanders Foundation. And they say the Ministry of Health. Lie. I don't know about that. There are conversations even about the cleanliness of the General Hospital. And I'm telling you, and this is why it was brought to my attention. Even as it relates to the cleanliness. Because if we are at a general hospital and the cleanliness of the general hospital is now becoming a topic, that in itself is alarming. I don't know if it's the persons that has been employed years ago, all of a sudden they decide, well, they will be laid back. I don't know if all of a sudden that they're going to be laid back and not do the government's job. But I mean, come on, you just get a whole $500 to do better. Blood samples at the general hospital is a no-no. To take blood and so on is a conversation. They're sending you to private entities. So you're going to the hospital sick, and when you're there, you're going to get worse. I don't know if it's a situation, and mind you, and I already know me, I like to be realistic. I don't know if it's an internal issue where persons are just being mediocritively lazy. I don't know if persons are just laid back. But if so, it needs to be addressed. It really needs to be addressed. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is, it has been said for years that healthcare in Grenada was bad. Bad. So what we're expecting is an improvement. That is what we need, and we are on the focus of the transformational agenda. Why you all keep forgetting that? I don't want to hear about what Kid Mitchell and them and how Kid Mitchell and them had health. I don't want to hear about that. What I want to hear, ladies and gentlemen, is that there is a significant improvement in what we were at. So if Kid Mitchell and them had it at 45, I expect it to be just trickling about around 51, thereabout, 52 and climbing. But you continue to hear the same complaints. You continue to have the same excuses. You continue to face the same problem. And in some cases, it is even worse. So how are you telling me that there was an improvement after 1 year and something, when in last year's budget, the Minister of Health would stand and say there was some invoice that was left to be paid? Let me tell you guys something. Every time, and get used to this, every time this administration fails, and every time something comes up that bring forward the failure, the name of the new national party will be heard. So you hear LBGT conversation pelting left, right, and center. But you hear who gets the blame? The new national party. You can't continue to play politics for foolishness. You cannot continue to play politics for foolishness. And Martis is asking me if I wanted to improve now. Martis, this administration have been there for a year plus. And we're hearing, and this is my conversation, we're hearing the same complaints. Doctors are not attending. Cleanliness, lack of basic items, even to the point of where blood practices are not being done. You understand me? At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this conversation should be of no more. We should be hearing, it was at that stage, but we start having a little better. Man, this tell me take me time, is coming there slowly. Let me tell you something. I remember in 2008, when the NDC stated that they were taking time to fix the problems that was left there by the new national party. And it started when it was just about 2 years. They say, well, we're improving things still. And then the shit hit the fan. And I would not tell you what happened in 2013. You were there. You was a living example. I was one of the persons who was gyrating in the streets of Grenada when 15 seats was declared by 6:30 in Grenada. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, there was a much updated, much new, well-facilitated institution that was left there. When all you turn and say, oh, what big, only big iron, and then people put it up by the hospital. And today, all you step in it like, oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to hear more of that. You understand me? No, Kala, you want to address what you want to address. I don't want to address ministry. I want the Ministry of Education, the Minister of Education to come and speak. Come and let us know. They said teachers in a workshop, they were conversation about the LBGT. Or you take out what all you want in the alphabet. You understand me? Or you take out what letter all you want in the alphabet. Put back A, B, C, D and thing. Don't just leave LBGTQ. We want to teach our children A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We want them to learn everything. Don't just leave LBGTQ. That is the conversation today. That's the conversation. You come jumping up now about health. Health was part of the conversation. You understand me? And don't come in class late. When you come in, you see what has happened? When you come in class late, you just come and you feel you could answer all the questions in the class. No. We just sidetrack. We talk about something else. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, it was another wonderful evening. And one of the best evenings I believe I would have had in a long time. Right? Persons really wanted to hear the information. And you see, when you're giving information, you have to give it most relevant. I had one to really drop on, I had one to drop on because I understand now the conversation within the RGPF. Somebody was complaining as it relates to the monies that are now being paid for you to have a little passing out, what we call passing out parade, what most of the civilians may know as graduation. It is passing out parade, and so now I understand that officers who are in training school and wanting to pass out would have to come up with an amount of $10,000. Not $10,000, but $1,000. Wait, $10,000 coming to me mouth self. Yeah, so officers in training school, in their passing out now, they have to come up with $1,000 so that you can, ensure that you made the place look nice for who's visiting. Mind you, on merely every course, there might be an amount of about 30 something or so officers passing out on a parade. Now, usually the facility used for, dining and so on is the SSU camp. So I don't think they have to pay for, any form of facilities. And so I do understand why in excess of about $30,000 or so have to be collected from officers to do a little passing out for their parade. I mean, that one is rather alarming. But then again, it is the time for transformation. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this evening's class. All right. To the persons on my YouTube page, don't think I was not paying attention to you guys. You understand? Somebody say Ken is useless. He's studying his mouth. And then NPY didn't run his mouth on GBN. Don't worry, there are people that are going to speak about this time. I see a question was posed. I see a question was posed to Mattis and his opinion as it relates to what is going on. But it seems like it is it is one that he doesn't want to get involved in. All right. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. It was another wonderful evening. God's blessings to everybody who played an integral part in this evening's conversation. All right. And he has an answer. Let me read it out. I don't speak too much on it because we know what's being happening in the bigger countries. I pray that we don't have to deal with it, this as a nation, but when bigger countries sneeze, we catch the flu. Mattis, shut up. So I think Mattis is trying to say that the bigger countries are already accepting the LGBTQ, and so sooner or later it's going to be accepted. I want to say in 2016, which is how long ago? Just about 7 years ago or so, Bill number 6, and go back, Mattis, to the referendum of 2016. All right? And realize that the rest of the world was also, the bigger countries was already implementing the whole aspect of LGBTQ and gay and so on. And in 2016, I remember Claudette Joseph and her team of campaigners prayed on the bill number 6, which stated that there would have been an expansion of the enlisting as it relates to persons and their ability to freedom, right? The rights to freedom. And so Miss Claudette Joseph was one of the ones that was saying, don't worry, indirectly they're trying to introduce gay and homosexuals into Grenada. The time the bigger countries was sneezing already, for them, some of them was still taking flu shots for those conversations. They don't come now about the bigger countries and sooner or later, come on. We have a law in Grenada against sodomy. That's what you have to think first. Even if the bigger country is doing whatever, remember in Grenada, it is legislated. It is legislated. Sodomy is an offense. Bigger countries, there are things happening in the bigger countries, but in Grenada it's an offense. Obscene language is free in America. Some places you get a citation. In Grenada you get arrested. And how long this has been happening? How long these bigger countries have been sneezing and making other laws available to them, and we have kept and took a stance on what we have taken a stance on. Come with that stupid talk about bigger countries sneezing what? Remember the words of Farmer, our very own community and community colleague. He said, when your neighbor house on fire, wet yours. So if the bigger countries have whatever, then we wet our own. We're not supposed to accept because the bigger countries, what do you think this is? Sodomy is an offense in Grenada. And we have to stick that in legislation that speaks to sodomy. You man tell me about this, that, and the other. Remember, teachers stated that it was mentioned in a workshop. And then Peter say, bigger countries what? So we are going to end this evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand one thing. We're Grenadians and we're going to fight for what we're liking or what we dislike. He's saying to me, don't worry about me because you're going to see.
November 7th, I see black man cry. No blood still running from black people's eye. But I remember when a sun rise, African rise. And I beg black man, please open your eyes. While I was singing and busting me liver string, black man asking me where Atlantic plays. Then they put their 14th finger on the shelf. So today, black man, you must blame yourself. Cause when I sing, they never listen where Coco say. Black man's mentality gone Spectrum and PSA. Big lyrics I sing in, they wouldn't listen to me. Black man telling black man, oh black man, come out to party. I remember when I sing Sham, we don't want it. They say black brothers say Coco, you singing shit. So they say through my fault while you strike your heart. Black man, all you look for that. I wonder why black man always contact kickstart. Black man, all you look for that.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, On Point Foundation Incorporation, they're presently doing a back-to-school drive to assist schools in Grenada. All charitable donations are welcome and are tax deductible.
He'll go and vote for him.
You can contact Cathy on 347-262-6818.
This man's office.
Or Patricia on 917-626-6858.
Your daughter's dress. Me a saying that Patrick should have win.
Also this Saturday,
Make her way to be better.
at 38 East 96 between Rutland and East New York.
Now dismiss.
New Face Promotion and friends, they invite you to a barbecue.
Silent and talking
To
people.
get into the barbecue, all you have to do is give a school item
What
and you're on the inside right now.
also true. I'm concerned because I have a daughter too. I'm talking from my heart. I'm telling you. Black man, all you look for that. Why on earth black man always want that kickstart? Black man, all you look for that.
They say this Friday, come cruise on the high seas with the Duquesne RC Church. About the Rum Runner 2 is only $70. This Friday, boarding time at 7 p.m. Bar will be stocked. Music by DJ Mix Master Brent. Powered by Poppy Song and MC Naz. Come support and enjoy.
Oh, I was really
You
annoyed.
see we something right now, man.
Realize all you get stew. Who would that be the both of them with a side with Panday and give away Tobago's best holiday? Them two go and sit down on the wrong table and then look for the best for the old Tobago people.
So just for the purpose of Mattis,
Not quarrel or you cannot fret.
this is on 38 East 96 between Rutland and East New York.
Nelson and Calypso Rose, the world not
It starts at 5 p.m. and ends at 11 p.m.
a great footballer with Astonville.
Just come with a school item
And respect to that.
and you're part of the barbecue.
You smile when Rob.
New Face Promotion, big up yourself, the man.
I hope all you
Neil out there in New York and all my friends out there in New York in the diaspora.
hurry up.
Pleasant good evening to everybody.
Tobago, all
Also on Point Foundation,
But this time and
Carla Walcott, good evening to you, my lovely friend.
all you look for that.
Somebody say Prince, you don't give away burger today. No, it's only one day in the week, man. G Burgers, they're located on Wall Street in St. George's. They provide one of the best set of barbecues in Grenada. You can contact them on 536-7375.
Plantation, Master used to use a black man to be black man. So when I hear something, I got a pain. I say, oh God, black man go beat black man again. Cause black man give black man soup, but black man want ham. Black man intention is to pressure his own black man. He give them soup, they say he treat them like an outcast. So now black man takes more care. At a Robinson on behalf of the African. With 2 seats pressed, you had the ball in your hand. I spoke to Leroy Clark and Capra Cambon. And up to now, them can't understand where went on. You went and was knighted up in Africa. But to your black brother, you prove a traitor. If Abu Bakr return and the shooting start.
Black man, all you look for that.
And if your daughter should cross the big man's path.
NDC supporters, all you look for that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being here this evening. God's blessings to each and every one of you guys. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Happy birthday to my friend Renald Charles. We outside tonight, boy. We are going to be having a little fun tonight. I will be at Dodgy Docks tonight. I can tell you guys that. I'll go have some fun at Dodgy Docks. So if you're looking for me tonight, I am definitely at Dodgy Docks. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to everybody again, to the persons out there in the diaspora. It was a pleasure having you on again, as per usual. So, God's blessings to you, Guy Mattis. All the love from me to you, brother. And I can't wait. All right. So, the persons on my YouTube page, also, good evening to you guys. Alban Harris, a regular listener, man. Good evening to you. Claudette Abraham, Agnes Henry, good evening to you guys. Errol Bonaparte, good day to you, sir. Kathleen Lendo, baby daddy, good evening to you. Anthony Lashley, good evening, 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 everybody. All right. So God's blessings, and this is me signing out for today. All right. God's blessings to you guys.